All right, so we're going to go through this video. So it's a person walking, and what they do right here is they show the outside. Now, this is important for the video because they're trying to show the surroundings and what is going to be shown, again, once they go through. So this is the outside. This is reality, right? Outside. So they walk up to the window. So the first thing I cannot tell personally, outside of the middle window, I can tell obviously the middle window has glass, but I can't tell if either one of the other panels has glass in them. Because as you've seen through the video, the individual leaned in through the glass as if it wasn't there. So I can't tell just based off of this. I don't see any reflections. That first window looks like that might be a reflection there to the right of the, the drawing or whatnot. The window closest to us right there looks like that could be a reflection of outside, possibly. Or it just could be a shot straight through and we're looking at buildings that's across the parking lot or whatnot. Not really for sure, but it does look like, in my opinion, it does look like it is just a continuation of the reflection of, where's it at? Of these buildings here, right? That's where the hell they at? Of those buildings there. So it looks like that's a clear and accurate reflection. So it looks like we can confirm that the glass closest to us is there just because you can see the reflection right there, right? Okay, now that's still not the glass this glass frame that this individual bends through, but at least we can confirm that there's two pieces of glass there. Is it safe to say that the other glass is there as well? I mean, I'll leave that up to you to decide, but as they're going, oh, wait a minute, right there. Okay, so there is a reflection. Okay, so all three pieces of glass are confirmed at this point. We can probably all agree on that right there, right? Okay. So then they're walking, they walk up to it, and then now this is what I don't really know. And this is where obviously, CGI versus not, good imagination versus not, or reality versus not all comes into play. Again, I'll leave that up to you. But clearly they, without effort, go through this glass or whatnot. So that's all they're really showing right here. I mean, you could see that is the inside. Now, here's where it gets crazy. It's already crazy, but it gets crazier. So they go through. Now, if you notice, the height of the camera doesn't really change at all, right? Because if you look at the bars that is at the bottom of the window frame, you're going to have to step over that to get inside of the building. Even if the glass wasn't there, you're still going to have to step over that. This is a smooth transition as if that bar isn't even there, right? And the bar I'm talking about is that bar right there. See, like you have to step over that. Otherwise, you're going to trip and you're going to fall on your head. So they go through that with no problem at all. Like the camera doesn't change angles one bit when they're doing this, almost as if that piece of glass, even though it's showing that it's that entire section of that building, even though it's showing that it's there, it's not. Again, just going off of the way the camera's moving. So now they step through. Now, when they step through, there's reality, right? That's where they came from. They showed us that's where it is. It's already fuzzy and hazy. It's just distorted. You turn back around and you are in another place. And now that right there, to me, is that building that we just seen, that they've shown a couple of times, that complex or whatever it is. That is that. So it's like a reflection of the world. But as it gets farther away, it just gets more distorted. Now, I don't know how many gamers we have on here, but pretty much what this seems like to me is the same thing as when you find a back door on a piece of a game that was kind of just closed off, or maybe DLC that's coming out to where you can access it, but the world just isn't finished, right? That's what this looks like to me. I mean, that's what this reminds me of. This is, I can't really describe it any other way. And for people who don't game, pretty much it's just as I described, like when people make or coding video games and there is a world that isn't finished yet, or a world that they just changed their mind about, or a piece of the world, or a room that they just changed their mind about, and they forgot to remove it completely from the game, but they left the access there on accident. That's what this reminds me of. I don't really know how to describe it any other way than that. I'm not saying this video is real. I'm just breaking down what was given to us for us to look at. So this is my interpretation of this video. I don't know if it's real or not. If it's not real, then obviously this is the first of its kind, and we're going to see a lot more of this because this idea is fantastic. And if it is real, well, it's absolutely incredible on its own right, obviously. But kudos to whoever made or shot this video, because the idea, I mean, even though it's not really anything new. Like I said, you see this in the gaming world all the time. But just to actually bring this out here to have us discussing it one way or the other, I mean, it's a hell of an idea. Like any way you want to look at it, but I don't really know what to say besides that. So just let me know what you think. We'll go from there, as usual.
Hello? Hello?